Konnichiwa, konnichiwa. Hello, hello. How are you? I'm a little bit late, but we shall put that all behind us now. Hang on. See how I fix that. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. You're all very welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. We are on part 2 of our epic trip in Japan. I do hope you guys are all keeping very, very well. Wait for it. It's thinking about it. I think we fixed it. There was an ambush waiting. Twitch is back. There's no excuses. I literally haven't touched anything. And it was gas, right? Before it broke the first time, I had everything set up, in the zone, ready to do my thing, and then press the little go live button. And then I went, no, we're not doing it tonight. And then it kind of came back, and I had to restart everything. And then just as I said hello, it went, aha, we told you. We told you we'd be messing with you tonight. But anyway, I do believe we're all fixed, so let's start this again. Hello, hello. Konnichiwa. Welcome, welcome. We're here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Part 2, literally part 2 of our Japan trip. So we're going to see if this all works for us. So we're on the ground here in Odate-Noshiro. We're playing the funny music because you know why. Anyway, our plan is we're going to head down to Hanamaki. After Hanamaki, it's Matsushima. After Matsushima, it's over to a place called Hyakuri. Look at me with all my fancy pronunciations of the places of Japan. And I probably butchered all of it. So I think we're all back and alive. Let me know how the audio and visuals are working. Hopefully they are. So RJSR is the airport that we're starting at, Odate-Noshiro. If you guys want to join in, we are live on the North Europe server. By all means, hop on in. If Jim is listening, Jim, how is the audio for the voice? Has the humming noise gone? Like that scene out of Father Ted. What's your favourite humming noise? Is it the old or is it the My favourite one had to be the Anyway, the pain. It's time to say hello to people because there's people here. How you have the patience for me. On a Monday, it's like Monday's the start of the week. Everything kind of has to hit the ground running. And then you come to me and it's just like, no, he's not doing it. Anyway, Colonel Fork is in the house. Kendra is here. Catbat9, hello. Annalisa is here. Hello, Annalisa. Jim Oates has rambled in. John E is here. TIO is in the house. Tortuga Gaming is here. Good to see you, my dude. Happy Monday. Alison Johnson is here. Hey, Alison. Peter Pepperman is here. Evening, Captain Murphy. How's it going tonight? Extremely cold here in Essex. I need a new coat. It's freezing in Ireland. It's like 0 degrees, fog, and just not very nice. My hands were freezing this morning. The ice in the car it's getting old. But anyway, I move on. I digress. Ailerons into Wind has rambled in. Good to see you, my dude. Belbro is here. How are you? Happy Monday. Ben McClure wambles in. He says Merlin Flyer is watching us over on Twitch. As is Keen Lafford. Hello, he says. Bonjour. Wrong country, Keen, but it's okay. It's fine. We're all tourists tonight. Good to see you, my dudes. Brian Clark is here, as is WB1990. Jan Moorkamp is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. There was a notification earlier, Jan. I believe you have updated your membership. Many thanks. I didn't see the notification properly, so just remind me in the chat because you do deserve a round of applause. Wayland is here. Good to see you. He says, did Murphy go ahead and push buttons? Yeah. Peter Thomas is here. Good to see you. Mika Music is in the house, watching us over on Twitch. Good to see you. Kingsman9965 is here. He says, good evening from Liverpool. Good evening from Tipperary. Aileron says, the live weather is awesome. I tried it and you couldn't see that in front of you. And I didn't think it would make it look very pretty. But if you look at the screen closely, we have some fireflies down there. But anyway, continuing on. Johnny is here, yes, we said. Rudiger Odenbach is here. Good evening, good to see you. He says from Stuttgart. Dougal McTavish is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Southwest 2115 is here. Great to see you, my dude. Happy Monday. Who else? Papa Joe B is in the house. Good to see you. Erlansky is here. Hello, he says. Scott Foyt has rambled in. He says, woohoo, hopefully the gremlins are sorted. Afternoon all to another two-tone stream. Fireflies to your planes. There should be like some sort of an announcement, like an Aruga. Do you remember the old Awooga? You remember that one? Anyway, good to see you. Who else? Scotland 737 Project is in the house. Great to see you, my dude. Hope you're flying around the planet is going very, very well. Catbat9 is here. Whoa, the chat explodes. Good to see you, dude. Let me see now. Colonel Fork says Mondays. Am I right? Are you what? Mondays are just like, huh? Andrew Hill is here. He says hello. Chan says the buttons. Jim Oates says SR22 is recommended or anything that'll travel at the same speed. Absolutely. Catbat is in the Finanza today, and you can't just say it like Finanza. It's Finanza. It rolls off the tongue. But yes. Sir Niall is here as well. Good to see you. Technic Al has rambled in. Ruben Suther is here. Good to see you, my dude. Peter Fast Pete 84. He rambles in along with Fly Darren. Good to see you, my dudes. Tony Robinson is in the house. How are you? Big Ear 60 is watching us over on Twitch. He says evening. Scotland 737 says leg 15 of 18 JFK to Nova Scotia. Nice, you're heading back the way. That's awesome. Darren O'Sullivan's in the house saying konnichiwa. Good to see you, my dude. Ghost Rider 115 is here. He says Merry Christmas, Murph. Well, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays and all the festive stuff that we can do. We'll put back on the flying dandruff here now in a minute. Do you see the way I fix it? Now it just starts instead of, constant. I admit they were the buttons I was pressing earlier on. That's not important right now. What is important here is Phantom Tetra has rambled in. Good to see you, my dude. Ben McClure says hashtag Santa Murph. Rogers RC is here. Good to see you, my dude. Benny P has rambled in. Top of the evening to you, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. Randy Hurst is here. He says it's getting chilly in sunny Florida. Chilly in Florida? I think not. But I hope you're keeping well, my dude. Who else? Yeah, you're all giving out and slagging me because I pressed buttons. It was going to happen. Humid Clouds is here. Good to see you, my dude. He says, hello all. I just rambled in and tripped over the steps. It could happen to anyone. So it could. Piat is here. Good to see you, my dude. Who else? Annalisa says, not already with the dancing. It's going to be a night of dancing, Annalisa. There's just going to be lots of it. Bot Singh is here. He says, glad you could make it. You too, my dude. I hope you're keeping well. Peter Pepperman says, Annie's down. Rolly Mal is here. He says, good morning from Oz. Hi, Murph. Hi, Fireflies. All happy tonight. I hope so. And then there's a whole load of and then medics. As Naughty Gnome put up the medic sign. Let's hope the internet behaves itself. I thought I had it sorted, but clearly I didn't. I got a good 20 seconds of broadcast there. I know, right? Don't act like you're not impressed. But it should be fine. Anyway, did we make it back? We did. Welsh Rugby's in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Brian Roll is here as well. Tom LeCrab watching us over on Twitch. Who else? It's a busy night. Just lots of you here. Who else? Gioni is here. Good to see you. Sydney O is here. He says hi from a gremlin-free Cape Town. Captain John and co-pilot Pickles in the house. He says sorry for the last rambling in. That's quite okay. There's more to come. Travis Miller's here. He says good afternoon from California. Nice, dude. Murph and his buttons, says Human Clouds. Don't press the big red button. I need to get a big red button. Anyway, Got Border Collies is here. Nice haircut, Murph. I know, right? It's cut for aerodynamic purposes. It means I can now walk faster. Note I said walk, not run. Or jogging. I believe it's a soft J, some sort of new trend. It's where you walk really, really fast. But yes, Tortuga says, I literally haven't touched anything. Indeed. Who else? We have lots of people here. Jim Oates Sims is over on Twitch as well. Good to see you, Jim. It's multitasking. Natalie Stevens is here. Good to see you. Jim says, yes, sir. So far, so good, but there's still time. There just is. Phil Boardman is here. Good evening. Noel K has rambled in. Good to see you, my dude. Busy trying to update the PC, he says. I know, right? Alison says, my Monday was a disaster. Oh, There's nothing worse. Although, however, to make it better, Dougal is eating homemade mince pies. You must share the ingredients with us later on, my dude. Anyway, we continue on. We're going to get moving now because we have a bit of a flight ahead of us. So Paul Fountain is here. Evening, everyone, he says. Hope you're keeping well. 6 Knots has rambled in. Good to see you, my dude. Southwest 2115 says happy holidays. Many happy returns. Your song is progressing greatly. Oh, thanks very much, Kane. I'm terrified to hear it. John E says, had to scramble through the bramble before I could ramble in. That's very good. Very, very good. There's a song in this one somewhere. Who else? Maurice Hache is in the house. He goes, hello from Bathurst, New Brunswick, Canada. Hello from Tipperary, my dude. I hope you're keeping very, very well. Captain Jack Daniels has rambled in, along with Rodrigo Pinchari. Good to see you. And Monkeys has rambled in as well. Good to see you. So, this is our chariot for this evening. This is the Cirrus SR22. It's really nice and pretty. So what we're going to do, because I'm keeping you up past your bedtime, and let's hope the performance stays where it is. We're going to power up this machine here. Batteries, alternators on, nav lights on here as well. And once this powers up, we're going to go for it's a little bit on the, isn't it? But we'll see. There's a couple of stops, so we'll be able to sort ourselves out once we get up the road, as it were. So keys, yes. So we're going to make sure our left fuel tank is on, which it is. Make sure it's set to rich, and we're going to go for a start on the prop. So we're going to say clear prop. We got a good start. Turn our avionics on. Aries World is here. Good to see you. Scott says bedtime. Not even close. Holiday French toast for the win. Sky Blue radio in the same music to fly with. Nice one, Rolly. This plane is great. It is. It's a lot of fun, this one. So we're going to get ourselves set up here. PFD, windage information, option number 3. I'm not going to go with the live weather, only because, well, it's holy moly. But we'll see how we get on here now momentarily. So that's pretty much good for me. Panel overhead, just a small bit of lightage. Strobes and all them on. Ice protection, we'll leave them off because it's reading 18 degrees. We have a little bit of lag, but that's okay. So at this stage, it's time to say hello to some people who are very kind. The Chasman has rambled in. Good to see you. RSK 280 is here. Happy Monday, my dudes. Hello to our supporters, if you like, and the people who are donating to the channel. And I'm very, very grateful. So a big shout out to all you wonderful people. Big shout out to Peter, which basically means no surname, I believe. But hello, Peter. McShiggity Pilot, Captain Geo Austin Budenbach, Kingsman 9965, Tyler Park, Rogers RC 7527, Samson Video, Fly Darren, Jack Meek, Andy Shaw, Ricky Callagher, William Contino, Cruising the Waterways, John E, Peter Fast Pete 84, Tim Middleton, Catbat 9, Red Dragon CYM, Nick Stratford, XL Sugar Daddy, WB 1990, Tarvudi, Hal Jor, Burned Barsh, Papa Joe B, and Ethan Short. Many thanks, my dude. Appreciate you. Thank you so very, very much for all the support you guys are giving me. And there are no words. But I am absolutely heart-warmed. Heart-warmed? Hang on, we can phrase this better. You're very good and very nice and very kind and generous. And I really appreciate you. That sounded better. Next up, we have to our co-pilots. We'll say hello to Tony Robinson, John Morris, Ludas Regim, John Ambler, Alaska 559, Rolly Mal 9, Mark Dyson, Rudiger Odenbach, Dougal McTavish, Oz Flight Simmer, Gibbo Ireland, Chippy A, Rob Lewis, Maj C 888, Sean Leo, The Burko Flyer, Bad Dog, he's a great dog, Pilot Peely, Samuel Dye, Patrick Cullen, and Brian Spain. Thank you all so very, very much, my guys and dudes. Tasty beverage on a Monday night. Small is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Next up, we have our people who watch us over on Twitch. Big shout out to Cool Sax 98, Goodness Ig, Neon Jedi, Ibuprofen 007, Samantha, Quesadilla, Hawk Driver 101, Big Shot Muffy, Annalisa, Wayne Prefontaine, Big Ears 60, Frugos 1, MJ Daiso, Brandon Lowe, Jim Oates Sims, Warhamster, Naughty Gnome, Andy Brown 7, Lukester 911, Marty McFly 85, and Colonel Fork 85. Thank you all so very, very much for your support, my guys. At this rate, we're going to be absolutely flying. And then last but not least, over to our pilots in command. A big shout out to Warhamster, Causeway 04, Scotland 737 Project, Scott Voigt, Tortuga Gaming, Philip Gronerud, Ailerons into Wind, Mark O'Gorman, Dangerous Brian, Mountain Biking Rules, Sticky Rice, Jim Oates, Dazza T. Arab, Andrew Brown, Alison Johnson, Ed Reed, Jan Moorcamp, and Colonel Fork 85. Have we made up the time that I've lost from being late? But on a very serious note, thank you all so very, very much for your support, guys. I just, honestly, I can't get over it. I never would have thought, ever would I have thought this kind of crack would be happening, and I'm very, very grateful for your generosity. Cheers. And as I've said, anything that you guys are given to support the channel, I'm trying to put it back into the channel and on our Discord and give you guys the overall better experience. Even with a nicer voice, and who knows what sort of headdress one shall be wearing in the weeks leading up to the holidays. Hopefully none, though. Care85 is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Happy Monday. Russell Scott is here. Ramble on. Now it's time. Is the time. Or now's the time is the time. Is now to fly Murph Stream around the world, says Russell. One day at a time. But yes, we'll give it a bash. So, time to taxi on out of here, please. Yes. We're going to... Ooh, mind your hand there, Murph. You almost got a caught in the place. So, we're going to scroll down... Oh, it's very choppy. But we'll get over ourselves. We're used to the choppiness. And once we get airborne, after a little while... That didn't seem right. So, we're going to set initial altitude here to 4,000 feet. I'm on you, devil. That'll do.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
Many thanks to Coley205. Cheers, my dude. Very, very kind of you. Can I see an alert from this? I can. Coley205 is now a co-pilot. Many thanks, my dude. I literally write all the names down. You can't read it now because, like, I just read them out. That's not important, but I don't want to see the shoddiness that is Murphy's handwriting. But actually write down everyone's name. Which is nuts considering it takes up an A4 page. But I really do. Every single time, everyone's name out on the list. And then the gadgets are... Care85 has subscribed. Holy moly. Hang on. Did we get an alert for that? It's thinking about it. Oh wait, he's over on Twitch. Hang on. I have a second screen for Twitch. He has! Many thanks, Care85. Holy... Yous are great. Thanks a million. Really appreciate it. Cruising speed on this machine is going to be about 145 knots, all going well at this altitude. The initial 4,000, and then we'll probably have to climb up a little bit higher. Let me see. Why can't I see anyone? Says TIO. Make sure you're on the North Europe server, my dude. So, we're going to taxi into position here and just blast on out, because we're running a little bit late. Let me know how the sounds and stuff are, my guys. Many thanks, Care85 and to Coley205. Really appreciate it, my dudes. Kendra says, I'm certified to read doctor's handwriting. Yours can't be worse. Challenge accepted. I once wrote a letter to my, well, at the time, my girlfriend, Mrs. Two-Tone, and she said, oh, I see you've taken up hieroglyphics. Wonderful handwriting has Murph. Right, one notch of flaps. And center the heading bug to the runway heading. Right, give it a lash there, Jack. Power coming in. Doc Doors in the house. He says, evening Murph, any chances there a flight planned to be downloaded? It's available over on our Discord if you want to ramble over there. Airspeed is alive. There's 60 knots. We're getting light. He's back on the yoke here, or the joystick as it were. Upsy daisy. There's a positive rate of climb. We're all booting it on out together. Bring our flaps in here. Annalisa says, the burn from Mrs. Two-Tone on your handwriting. It's well, it's not woefully bad, but like, she thought it was hieroglyphics. Even if she didn't, the point was made. Brett Plays is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Gibbo Ireland has rambled in, saying evening all, frantically firing up the sim. Ben McClure says, my mate at school's logic is that if the teacher can't read his handwriting, then it's not wrong. I like that logic. Peter Pfeiffer's in the house. I'm unable to do the special since the update. How can I fly with the JAI special? I'm unable to do the special since. Have you got the Japan scenery downloaded, I wonder, my dude? That could be part of the issue. As we continue to climb on the runway heading, we're going to go down to our little autopilot. Oh, the frames are... We're used to having bad frames, so it's okay. So we're going to activate our heading mode. Flight director comes on. We want to go to V-speed. We're going to continue our climb here. What are we doing? 1,000. We're going to go up to 1,000 feet per minute on our climb. That looks good to me. And we're going to activate the autopilot.
Engaging autopilot.
Engaging autopilot. So let's see what happens here. Okay, Peter says I do have it installed. Okay, so make sure you're when you're in the world map, your starting airport is going to be RJSR. That's Romeo Juliet Sierra Romeo. Odate-Noshiro. And make sure then in the multiplayer settings you have it set to all players. Turn off all the traffic and make sure you're on the North European server. You can select the server, top right, click on your gamer tag, and you should be good to go. Oh, that sounds too bad. Well, Peter, if you're badly stuck, be sure to jump over to our Discord, and we'll try and get you sorted out. And there's a link gone in for Discord. So at this stage, let's have a look. The frames are you know, they're tanking, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. We've 25 minutes down to our first leg, so we won't worry about this momentarily. So, what we're going to do. Peter says, new sub. Many thanks, my dude. Greg Gore's in the house. Good to see you. Lucy Marshall has rambled in. Left a like. Oh dear. Keen Laffer says, how many days till Eurovision, I hear you ask? Well, only 161 days until the Eurovision. Keen, what's going to happen? It's going to get crazy. Now, at this stage of our flight, we're going to do some maneuverings here. So we're going to bank to the left so the Fireflies can catch up. So we're going to go all the way over to a heading of 360 degrees, or due north. And apologies for this, the frames. It'll sort itself out once we land and get it up and running again. Roberto Vinci is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Kendra says, the biggest mistake is to try to write beautifully unless the person is an artist. I have different handwritings, so bad the bank needed my ID. So bad the bank needed your ID. Really? Charlie Egan is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Okay, so what are we trying to do here? We're trying to do many things. There's music. Disappear me. And jump outside. Hello, Fireflies. Keane Lafford, I reckon he keeps a date of all the Eurovision dates. What's the name of them Christmas things? The Advent calendar. Well, I reckon Keane has the Eurovision calendar. Every day he pulls back a little door, takes out the chocolate, and it tells him how many days until the Eurovision. That's what I reckon. I could be wrong. Okay, another left-hand turn. We're going to go all the way over to 270 degrees. As we try to control the chop. Take care, Lucy. We'll see you on the next one. The Chasman says, will they come out with the Cirrus 22 Turbo? Hard to know. I say there's a mod for it already, though. Robert says, can I fly with you? Of course you can, my dude. No custom airliners. Let's start that again. You can fly with us if you don't use custom liveries, custom aircraft, and don't use any airliners, please. If you're okay with them rules, by all means, jump onto the North Europe server, and you're more than welcome to join us. Lucy is away. We'll see you on the next one. Many thanks for stopping by. Right, so 160 we can actually get out of this, but we'll slow it down a smidgen. Friendly Fire's in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Haven't seen you in a while. Happy Monday. I hope you're keeping very, very well indeed. So how is all your Monday going? We had a busy weekend. So on Friday night we did our thing. On Saturday we showed off the Blériot, which is a fantastic aircraft by Wing 42. A big congratulations to Warhamster who won the giveaway. John Morecamp says, today is Walt Disney Day. It is in this house. It's gone bananas. But yeah, how was your Monday? What's your plan this week? Have you got like Christmas shopping to do, or are you okay with everything? Tortuga says, are we landing at the first airport or just a waypoint? We're going to land at the first airport. And then we're going to keep it lit. Robert says, what can I fly with my friends in formation like you? What aircraft? You can pick anything you want, really. Once it's not an airliner, something that'll get you in the speed region of about 140 knots. The, what's the name of it? They like to say the DA62. Or DA6. Is it DA60 or DA62? The Beechcraft Bonanza would be a decent choice as well. Peter Pfeiffer says, any experience with the Virpil joysticks? I'm thinking of moving from an X52 Pro. I don't use Virpil. I think Warhamster actually does. I use the Thrustmaster stuff. I have the HOTAS Warthog. Annalisa says, more importantly, Morph, have you told Mrs. Two-Tone what you want yet? Always keep them guessing. But I kind of gave kind of subtle hints. Okay, at this stage we're going to click over to our nav mode. The aircraft should now bank to the left. And we shall resume on our navigation. Among JPGs in the house, what are your graphics? Do you use gaming computer? Yes. So graphics are pretty much set on Ultra. We're getting a bit of chop, but that's due to a... well, my money's on a memory leak somewhere in the sim, but it seems to be working okay. Captain Jack Daniel says, where are we going? Aren't we supposed to be going south? We are. We're just letting the Fireflies catch us up. And they're doing a great job of it. Tasman says, I just added the Discord server on my laptop, but I don't see any channels. It says no permission. Okay, so you got to go into the start here, and then click on the Shamrock, and then it'll all open up. Friendly Flyer says, do modern flight sticks have force feedback? No. Kendra says, subtle hints, written in notes which are hardly readable. Yes, correct. For that is how we roll. So yeah, so Saturday was busy. As I said, we showed off the Blériot. Then Simwings had a great event, and I saw Dougal there giving a shout out. Thanks to everyone who was supporting Simwings. Well done, my dudes. It's a very, very noble cause. Fantastic to see it. And a big shout out to Dougal McTavish and everyone from over in Simwings. You guys are doing fantastic things. The Tasman got it. Nice. Catbat9 has a Gigna alert. A Gigna alert? Gigna. Rodrigo says, I got a brand new 5700 XT. Now my flight sim is running fine. Nice, dude. There's Waltons with the custom-made emoji for the Geekner alerts. I hope you guys like them emojis. Doesn't matter if you don't like them, I'm only saying I hope you like them. A lot of time went into them thinking that, yeah, these look kind of fun. Ruben says, so how can I turn the light back on? I just turned it off and can't see anything. I think it's the left alternate and L or F or T. I think it's F. Left alternate and F. Among JPG says, wait, I have question. Go ahead. Waltons, that's a fantastic emoji of emojis. Annalisa says, they're brilliant emojis. The emojis are real. Headlamp is Alt and L. Ah, excellent. Friendly Fire says, I find emojis sick, but I cannot be bothered to learn all the custom commands and stick to the classics. I think if you just start typing in two-tone, or like the, what are they called? The two dots? Murphy's vocabulary is really coming out now. Anyway, who have we got flying with us? So, to all our pilots here in the chat, at this moment in time, if you would please press number 2 so we can get a head count for this evening's flight. Kendra said she was going to do all the counting. There's always one. Naughty Gnome says, anyone order icing? Avoid the clouds. Doctor says, I tried changing the server back and forth. Tried all the servers, still can't see you. Are you on all players in your sim settings, my dude? Should be on the main page. Ailerons is with us, but he says he's way ahead. Out there somewhere. Somewhere beyond Andrew Hill and the hills. So we have a bit of chop, but we'll get over it. Tim says, wouldn't it be easier to count if you use the number 1? I don't know. Maybe. But let's start with the 2s first. I'm on 47. Sydney O's in the house. He says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up too. Nice. Appreciate it. Now, speaking of things, we need to climb here because I reckon we're going to need about 6,000 feet here. So with that, let's go ahead and put in 6,000 feet. We're going to go to V speed and we're going to climb at about 600 feet per minute. Oh, the chop is horrible. The simulated horror. It could be worse though. Doctor says, did you depart? Did you hear all them? Did you depart from RJSR? Yes, correct and right. Welsh Rugby is stuck on autopilot. It won't turn off. That sounds like an unfortunate setup. What aircraft are you flying in, dude? So the good news is we're only about 20 minutes from the first airport. And at that stage then I can hit the little reset button and hopefully have better frames. Now, as a tip of the hat to our resident dancer, we're going to say, let's play this song. Tom Hanks says, looks great, I subbed. Thanks, Tom. So we got about 48 other players with us tonight. Fantastic. Jesper is in the house. He says, can I join? Of course you can, my dude. Just make sure you don't use any custom liveries, no custom aircraft, and no airliners, please. If you're okay with that, jump into a GA airplane, hop onto the North Europe server, and you can jump on in. Catbat says the toe tapping commences. Get those arms rigid on your side, Annalisa. Her legs and feet shall now turn in to one continuous blur. We're on the North Europe server, my dude. Bolton says, Tom Hanks, I loved you in Sully. Is there anything you just couldn't love Tom Hanks in? Doc Dor says, I found you all. Must have been an internet glitch. Oh, don't worry. We've had them tonight. Brandon Lowe's in the house. Good day, Murph. Only watching today. The job in the way of fun. I know exactly how you feel. But many thanks for rambling in, Brandon. Good to see you, my dude. Johnny says, every time you play the song, I'm bouncing around the cockpit with track IR. Peter Prepman says his early 80s films were great. All of them are great. Right, so we're coming up on 6,000 feet. Once we level off here, we'll pick up the speed again. The Da Vinci Code. He was still good in the Da Vinci Code. Welch Rugby says, sorted out the auto, coming back to the Fireflies. Nice. Papa Joe B says, what is your time of day setting? We are at 0916 AM. And the Fireflies are flying in a group. Do you remember that? It's Friday! It's the week. Remember that fella? Janie Mc. Anyway, what were we doing? We were doing this. Oh yeah, do you know what we have now? A bit of toe tapping music. By toe tapping, I actually mean stand on one leg and hop across your living room. If you have long hair, you may now headbang. If you have no hair, you may also headbang. If you're somewhere in the middle, you can move your head side to side as if indicating the facial expression of no. Gulf Island Aviator in the house. He says, it's raining so hard here, I just had to turn up the volume to hear you over the sound of rain on a metal roof. Dude. Captain Jack Daniel says, my windshield is frozen. I can't see outside. I have no windshield de-ice on this plane. Well, Captain, you can turn on God mode and just like increase the temperature in the weather. But where's the fun in that? Randy Hurst is headbanging with my helmet on. Chris Sailors in the house would love to join the next flight. This is great. You can join in now, my dude. Just no custom liveries, no airliners, and no custom aircraft outside of the official marketplace. The MV339 is good. And just jump on the North Europe server. We should be good. So, the airport we're heading to, which isn't terribly far away. So, if we do this, you can kind of see the route. Not route, but route that we're heading to. We're halfway there to the first stop, then it's down to the second and third, and then the final stop is a good chunk down the island, so it is. And what's interesting with our flight plans for this evening, the airport we're heading to is Hanamaki, which opened in 1964. It handles around 400,000 passengers a year. Its elevation is 294 feet, and the runway we have is 02 or 20. Some of the other airports we're heading to, though, there's a bit of history with them, which we shall discuss later on during the stream. Well, in fairness, Scotland 737 says, just made a stupid mistake, landed with the gear up, thank God for slew mode. In fairness, the hours you've put into that thing, statistically speaking, that's allowed to happen. Look at the scenery here. Hang on, let's press this button. Isn't that pretty? Very nice. Now, a bit of music, I think. What have we got here now? Oh, this is nice. So if you guys are new, shameless plug time. We live stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 8 PM Zulu time right here on YouTube and over on Twitch. If you do like these sort of videos, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you really like them, you might consider subscribing or following to the channel. And I would ask you to ramble over to our Discord. That's where we all kind of hang about when we're not live streaming. Be sure to check it out. There's all sorts of transporting going on there. Chief O'Brien is giving it socks. Energize. That was kind of close. Don't mind the mountains, Murph. They will simply get out of your way. So, at this stage, we can go ahead and start planning our descent. We're going to ping 3,000 feet into the altitude. V-speed, down 500. The scenery here is off the hook. All the small little rivers and streams and fields and beautiful. So on, what day was it? On Saturday, we were showing off the Valerio. And we got a raid on the channel from a guy called The Flying Fabio. And I was actually watching one of his streams earlier on. So if you guys haven't seen The Flying Fabio, do be sure to check it out. Fantastic streamer. He's a really chilled out, nice, very educational stream. I actually learned a lot earlier on watching his stream when I was working. Well, I was kind of working. But be sure to check it out. Keen says the landscape is a lot like Brazil or Bolivia. Yeah, the colours here are fantastic. Right, so we shall have a quick look in here to see where we're at. So we do have a little bit of mountains to get to before we get to where we're going. And as I said, we have the runways of choice, 02 and 20. So we're going to go in at, where's the wind? We're going this way, so we're going to be going that way. So 02 is going to be the runway of choice. So it'll be something like that on our merry way. But we're still about 5 or 6 minutes out, so we'll take our time. Annalisa says, look at the scenery down there. It's lovely jubbly. It's fantastic. Look at the state of that view, like. Absolutely stunning. The details they've put into this. Now, I know kind of Japan has gotten very special treatment. It was the first world update here in the sim. But it looks absolutely fantastic. So our little Cirrus SR22, it's doing the job. It's behaving itself. For the most part. It's like Chuckle Vision with our frame rates, but that's okay. To you, to me, to you, but it's totally fine. We know what we're doing, kind of, almost. So we have a look back at all the fireflies of the flying circus. Fantastic formation flying here yet again. Colonel Fork says the community mod for the DA40 NGX keeps up with the stock SR22. Sweet, dude. That's good to know. Look at the views. Keen says, I find it ironic that at the bottom of the dashboard it says circus. And don't say Major Look. It's Cirrus. Major Look. Sydney reckons we'll need 4,000 to clear these mountains ahead. No, I think we're okay at this altitude, but certainly when we take off again, we'll definitely need the extra bit of height. Now, that could be Murphy's famous last words. We're totally fine at 3,000 feet. It's absolutely grand. And next thing, we remember Murph. He was a great bunch of gas, that fella. Sarkozo Paolo's in the house. He says, do you think X-Plane will have the scenery like or beyond of Microsoft Flight Sim on the next gen? It's hard to know. It's very difficult to know exactly what Laminar are cooking up. They are doing a something. Look at the state of that. They are doing a something. I know Austin was, he wanted to have a realistic, believable world rather than satellite imagery. So it all depends how he puts it all together, really. Like, we often converse about X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Sim. They are two similar products doing kind of two similar things, but at the same time, they're two completely different products doing two very different things. So the runway I think we're going to go for, I was saying 02. And I'm reckoning that's still going to be okay. Scotland 737 says, World Tour update after leg 15, flight time so far, 64 hours, 34 minutes and a distance of over 11,635 nautical miles. Scotland, there's going to be like some sort of a prize. We'll have to do a presentation to you. A virtual one. I'll build a virtual podium and we'll do the voice announcements. Now hear this! And we'll do the whole gig because that's fantastic. Flying Scotsman Jim. I like that, Jim. That's fantastic. The Flying Scotsman. Bonus points for anyone who can tell us what the Flying Scotsman was. So there'll be the runway. Just beneath us. So we're going to be making a right hammer here. And between all the chop and all of this kind of stuff, well, I'm going to try and... do you know what? We'll just turn off the autopilot. I'm going to try and land first, and then we're going to catch all you guys coming in as well. Does it sound like a plan? I think so. I think so. So, yeah, the airport is there, so we're just going to bank ourselves to the right here, heading towards the little river. I Fix It For You is here. Hello, how we long? Good evening. Happy Monday, my dude. King Laffer says, wasn't it a fella from Scotland that could fly? QWERTY Pro says, a little lag and chop? More than usual it looks. It is. It's very laggy and very choppy. But don't worry, once we restart it, it'll be absolutely wonderful. So the Flying... I believe there was two names for the Flying Scotsman. One, of course, is in relation to a locomotive. Steam-powered locomotive, if I am correct, Jim. I hope I am. At this stage, after you bounce off the microphone and, like, pinch your pinky between your not-so-pinky and the microphone. How to conceal extreme pain on the camera. Something like that. Anyway. Yes, it was a steam-powered locomotion, but I believe there was another name given, or as the Flying Scotsman. Would I be correct in saying it was an aircraft? I could be wrong. So the face cam is on for the dramatic effect, and when I've pinched my pinky, it's dramatic. Definitely dramatic. So we're flying with the chop, and this is like extreme landings. This is what this probably looks what happens if you try to run flight sim on you know, a Commodore. Right, so left hammer here as we reduce our speed. There's something on the way. Well, it's an airport. That's where we're heading for. 123 knots. Want to slow that down a little bit more. The scenery here. Beautiful. The Chasman says VR4 Flight Sim comes out in 3 weeks, I think. Correct. 23rd of December, I believe. OK says very fast. Very fast. Now, how are we looking here? We'll just kind of lean over in our little virtual seat here. Ah, sure, look at Murph. Do you know what I mean? We're a little bit low, but that's quite okay. So we watch our speed here. So we have a 5-knot crosswind coming in from our right-hand side.
500.
We got this. I hope. It's a little bit choppy. Choppity chippy chop. And we're just over the threshold for flaps, so we're going to reduce our speed here a little bit more. That's looking a little bit better. So we'll go the first notch of flaps. Oh, it's choppy. It's okay. Peter Thomas says, wait for me, had to start again from the first airport. Okay, dude. We'll be a couple of minutes here, plus I'm going to restart, so we're all good. There's a TBM. Go straight ahead. So we're trying to fight the, you know, if you guys suffer from motion sickness, I apologize. How do you think I feel? The room is spinning. And then, you know, it stops and starts. So we are well below the glide slope, but we're going fast, so it's going to be a very slow descent. iFixit says, do you fly real planes too? No, I have a couple of hours in a real world Cessna 172. But that's about the stab of it. There's a crosswind. Feel this one, sports fans. Oh, the stutter is horrible. It's like extreme landing mode. You can land in this, you can land it on anything. Oh, it's absolutely... Oh, the simulated horror. Hang on now. Gently does it, gently does it. Don't be showing off now to the peoples. We're waiting for the... Almost nearly... Oh, touchdown. I can't believe it's not butter considering we had a frame rate of about 5. 5 FPS. We're working on the song, by the way. We got our lyrics. Anyway, immerse down. Flaps coming back in. Bit of manual braking here. Keith says, I don't usually suffer from motion sickness, but I do now. Holy Mal forgot the wheels. Dough! Yep, he's going for the... I'm sure there's a name for that. Many thanks. Okay, so we're going to see... We're just going to park me up out of the way here. And we're going to press this button. Don't keep whacking things, Murph. We're going to go outside of the airplane. We're going to press this little button here. See all the buttons I have to press. Right, something like this. Annalisa says, the belly flop. That's a great name for a belly landing, yes. Watch out for the golfers. Name tags on. Now, don't mind the chop. We'll get it all sorted here now in a minute. We shan't be getting excited as Papa Joe B makes his arrival to the field. There's Tarnish. Okay, I think that works. It's choppy, but it works. Fly Down is there. Ryboy is down. Whack-A-Mo is here. Stativ Dwell is here. There's Cater Comet. Ooh. We felt that one. Rad, Pilot, Randy, along with Talarn. Nice approach, my dudes. Nicely done. Here's Gordon77. Along with Merlin Flyer. Nicely done, guys. Where's Stativ going? Hey, Stativ. Captain Rudiger fighting the crosswind. Puts it near enough to centre line as Chilled Corky makes his approach. There's Botsing. Followed by WB1990 and Piat is there as well. War Hamster. Nicely done, my dudes. Archer is down as well. It's all happening now as Red Dragon right in the centre line. This is looking good. Naughty Gnome says, can I order a de-icing truck, please? Andrew Hill 1987 has made it. Nicely done. Val Bro is in the house. There's Colonel Fork. Oh, look at that. Right on the centre line. Gibbo Ireland is down. Oh, there's mass panic and hysteria. Kingsman 9965 is here. Ooh, there's a bounce. But it's okay. Coley 205 also sticking it right in the centre line. Very nice. Sure, there's Benny P. Nicely done, my dude. Gabriola's down. Nice. Erlansky is here. Along with P. Giro. Wayland is here. There's Dougal McTavish. Nice approach, my dude. Roger RC, white as ice. Sir Neil is here, or Sir Niall. Here's Johnny. Walton says, serious landings tonight. The airport is now officially a creamery. Megariza has subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. As Chirrub makes his approach. X-Files music for Benny. So, Tortuga makes his approach. Uh-oh. Just so many things all happen together. Rudiger Odenbach says, my friends need to leave. Have fun and looking forward to Wednesday. Rudiger, many thanks for stopping by tonight. You take care out there. As Sean Legoman makes his approach. There's Moving Pigeon. Grand Pigeon. Welsh Rugby. Uh-oh. And he's down, kind of, almost. There's Tigger. Uh-oh. Galloping down the runway. Prefontaine has made it. Here's Fast Pete 84. Johnny was just testing the tires. Epic Fool. And he's okay. Hot Sing is away. We'll see you soon, my dude. Many thanks for stopping by. Catbat 9 is down. Stadiv is just, well, he's there. Oh, look at this crab on Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels by name, Jack Daniels by nature. UD4T is down. Valpo fighting the wind. It's all happening now, lads. Oliver Upton is in the house. Good to see you. D. O'Sullivan fighting all kinds of wind, but he got it down. Nadine Davidson's in the house. Happy Monday. Here's Frozen, or there was Frozen. Oh, there he is again. The approach looks good. On the center line, nicely done, my dude. Sir Niall is away. Tomorrow will be a long day. Absolutely, dude. Many thanks for stopping by, though. Appreciate you. As Colonel Fork lines up on the runway. The stutters are mad. Peter Thomas is inbound, so we're going to restart. And hopefully by the time we have it all rejigged, Peter Thomas will be in for his approach. So we're going to go to the main menu and just reset the little sim here. It's like some sort of a crazy, mad transition thing.
Hey, good buddy.
Many thanks, Jasper, for the subscribe. Warhamster says, Murph, I made a minus 450 landing in the Blériot earlier. It didn't kill me, but I think I would have a few splinters. I'd have a few splinters in real life. Good to see you're enjoying it. It's a machine, that thing. Absolutely crazy. Really hard to fly, but it's nice. Paul Fenton says, what runway were we at? 20, I think. Kat says, wow, fancy transitions. Why, thank you. I made them myself. Or I got them made for me by myself. Right. Hopefully the butter smoothiness that is the sim will be working on the restart. Ha! It's very reflectful music, this. It's actually called Reflect. Freddy Pro says, yeah, the latest update has done a number on a few things in the sim. Eventually, it's going to get there. It will. It's, I don't know, are they server issues or... Paul Fenton says, airport. So the airport we're going to take off from is Romeo, Juliet, Sierra, India. It's called Hanamaki. As Peter Thomas is down. Nice, dude. So the sim is booting up here in the background. And we shall load in the next plan. So we're going to take off from RJSI, which is Hanamaki. And we're going to head all the way down to Matsushima. It sounds wonderful. And we have a bit of history about the next airport. So this should be interesting. Kat says, for some reason, the sim seems to be better for me since the last update. I can even run on Ultra. Nice. Always good to hear, because like most people are like, you know, and then one or two people are like, it's amazing. So yeah. Escape Lover 2003, or is it just ESC? Hello. He says, hey, great to hear an Irish voice on YouTube. Many thanks, my dude. Happy Monday to you. So, I left you in this position. That song was called Reflect. Let's put on Epic Relax. They're not called that, I just called them. It's fine. Query Pro says, I'd say it's server issues and something also messing with people's photogrammetry. Yeah, there is an issue with the photogrammetry. That was a rookie mistake. I need to do a thing. My microphone kind of comes up and like that, and then it comes back up again. It's very strange looking. You could have like the microphone here, but I'd have to do this when I'm flying. So I have it here, but then I have to do this when I'm trying to type. The problems that Murphy has. Right. So, what do we say? RJSI. And we're going to leg it over to RJST. Which is about 24 minutes away. There's a lot of aircraft here. Holy moly. So we'll let this load up in the background. First world problems, says Qwerty Pro. A fellow Eurovision fan, says Keen. ESC lover, pleased to meet you. I love it when the chat to the chat. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's grand for me. Like, I'll say, how are you? And how are you? And, you know, but when I see you guys talking amongst yourselves, fantastic. Great. We could have had this music on. As he shakes dandruff across the screen. Okay, so is the smoothiness of butter back? Let us see. Let's see. ESC, hence Eurovision Song Contest. I see what you did there. Very good. Jan says, on the Sunday JoinFS session, I had a really good and stable FPS. I think it's a server problem with Microsoft. It is. 100% it is. So in the background of the background, what we have been working on in the sim, we've been flying on the JoinFS network. And I have to say, our initial findings have been very positive indeed. It's fantastic, in fact. So, anyway, enough yap out of me. Clear, prop. Betsy, up you get there now. Oh, do you know what I need to do? Bear with me. We need to do this. And then we need to do this. See? It's magic. Avionics. As we jump down here, let's see now. Strobes, landing lights come on. Peter, he can come on. Instruments are okay. Jump over here. Put you on. Yes, CDI over to GPS, PFD. Let's get some wind data here, please. Yes, yes. How's the live weather looking, guys? Has it gotten better yet? Is it flyable, or is it like, you know, holy moly? Anyway, that's not important. What is important? It's time to depart. It's like the AI is learning to rewrite its own programming. Yeah, there's like a memory leak in it, so... Query Pro says, where are you now? We are on the ground at RJSI, Hanamaki. We're going to head down to Matsushima. And I'm delighted I can pronounce that. Matsushima. Tortuga says... he says, Murph feels like a proud dad when the chat is chatting with the chat. So proud of you guys right now. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. Colonel Fork says the JoinFS server is still working. Yeah, so on Colonel Fork's stream last night, myself, Allison, and I think it was Belbro, were flying on that network, and there was 0 frame issues. So it's not going to be a replacement to what we have here in Microsoft, but it's definitely going to be another option for if and when we need to, you know, jump onto a different server. So everything's set, lights, power, the whole shebang. Runway heading 8,000 feet set into the autopilot. We shall thunder down the runway here, and we'll kind of hold in a pattern. Oh, it's all butter smooth now. Look, left window, right window. There's 80 knots. We're absolutely booting it. Upsy daisy. Oliver Upton says, hello, good evening. Hello, Oliver Upton. Happy Monday. Pretty Pro says, I was in Misawa and Tokyo. If you get a chance to check it out, think of me. Okay, so we've had a speedy takeoff. Warhamster says, live weather is grand for me. I need to analyse your choice of language there as we hit our middle marker light. You say it's grand, so an Irish person saying something's grand, it's not grand, or it's grand. It's one or the other. But when you say it's grand for you, Save altitude appears to be 2,500 feet, so I'm at 4,000 feet. Where am I getting my 8,000 feet from? Oh yeah, we're going between the canyons. Man, Murph, you genius. Come hither. 4,000 feet, so it is. So, jump over to the autopilot. We're going to go to flight director, heading mode, vertical speed, maintain 1,000 feet. Autopilot on. Engaging autopilot. So we'll continue on this heading for a little bit. It's grand. It's grand. You know, it's grand. But we give it a bosh and see what happens. Live weather. A second. It's windy. Oh no, it's actually grand. Yeah. Good call, Warhamster. Okay, so we'll continue on this until we get to our designated altitude of 4,000 feet. We'll play some music and take full advantage of the smoothness while it lasts. Eurovision Song Contest Lover 2003 says, Murph, I'm stream hopping. I might come back in the future. You're very entertaining. Why, many thanks, my dude. You'd be welcome back anytime. Speaking of which, did someone say shameless plug? So if you happen to be new here, we live stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 8 PM Zulu time, right here on Twitch and on YouTube. We tend to stick with the GA aircraft. But if you guys like this content, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, and be sure to visit our Discord. It's shameless. Right, good climb here, Murph. We're going to launch it over to 270 degrees on our little heading bug, as we'll give the Fireflies a chance to catch up. Naughty Gnome says, Murph, what did you do? My frames were fine and now they aren't. Did you restart? Or did your restart take my frames? I reckon I took them all. If only I could do things like that. Oh look, they got a baseball field. Look at the state of that. Excellent 90s here. GA aircraft, how refreshing. I know, right? Low and slow. We like to take in the scenery.
Hey, good morning.
Many thanks for the follow, my dude. Colonel Fox says it was a baseball diamond. The Japanese love baseball. Cool. Dara Murphy's in the house. Good to see you. He says, happy Monday, Murph. Sorry I'm late. That's okay, Dara. Good to see you, my dude. Happy Monday to you. I hope all is very well. So another course deviation. Left turn down to 180 degrees. Alison says, indeed, the Reds had Shogo Akima play for them this year, acquired from the Japanese league. Interesting. Chindas here, had to leave a bit to eat chili con carne, but now I'm back, stuffed. Positive approach. Travis Hammer is in the house. He says, howdy Murph, just stopping in to say hey, happy flying. Many thanks, my dude. Colonel Fork says, question is, when will we have TTM ATC at EINN? Can I think of any more acronyms to put in one message? We need a TTM ATC ASAP at EINN. LOL. So the airport we're heading to, Matsushima. Interesting. Its elevation is at 7 feet. Runways we can choose is 0725 or 1533. Many thanks, Nikki, for the follow. Appreciate it. So the airport itself, it's a military airport. The base was established in 1937 as a base for the Imperial Japanese Navy Air Service. The shore-based station was equipped with Mitsubishi G3 and G4 bombers. It participated in the Battle of Okinawa, and in the early post-war era, American occupation forces started to revive the Japanese military with the creation of the National Safety Forces. In 1954, Camp Matsushima was renamed Matsushima Airfield, and training operations began on North American T-6 Texans. So there is information for you. Mountain Biking Rules is here. Good to see you, my dude. Warhamster says, Murph, say your oh, look at the speed. and we'll relax. Speed shall be 160 knots indicated. We had it on rental power. It's totally fine. We almost got away with it. So we'll kind of hold it there. We're now going to jump over to nav mode on our autopilot. This button right there. So it's going to be interesting, this airport. As I said, it was established in 1937 by the Japanese Imperial Navy. And then after the war, the Americans revived the Japanese defense forces, as it were, or self-defense forces, I believe they're called. Yeah, that's JASTAF, I think they're called, isn't it? But it's interesting, they were training Japanese pilots then on the North American T-6 Texan. I find that very interesting indeed. So, the Fireflies are here behind us. We'll slow down a little bit to allow them to catch up. Or catch up. Oh, we'll go with catch up. The Fancy Flying by Frozen on our port side. Paul Fountain says, I broke my aircraft trying to keep up. What are you flying? We're in the SR-22 by Cirrus Aircraft. Mountain Bike and Rule says, is this the first leg of multiplayer? How long do you expect to be flying? It's kind of our second leg, but we have how many airports left? Two more airports to go to. So we should be still here. Are you using the new server we tested this weekend? Any updates to share? No, so we're still using the Microsoft servers at the moment. But it worked out quite well. So over on JoinFS we had we had 7 other aircraft in there at the one time. It does work really, really well. 3 of us then flew on that network last night during Colonel Fork 85 stream, which was amazing. So the only caveat is you can't really see everyone. You can only see what server you're on. Oz Flight Simmer is in the house. Great to see you, my dude. Good morning to you. It's like super early morning with you. I hope you're keeping very, very well. We're here in Japan. We've just left a place called Hanamaki, and we're heading over to Matsushima. So we've been testing this JoinFS network. Essentially, we can fly outside of the Microsoft servers, which is hugely, hugely advantageous. It just gives us the option we can change out other aircraft. You can change how they appear. You can vanish them altogether if they're acting the maggot. But it also means that because you're flying offline from Microsoft servers, well, there's less gremlins, which is always interesting. MSM is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Happy Monday. So we're getting a bit of chop from the mountain ranges here. We're about 20 minutes out from our destination. Got a lot of scenery around here. Absolutely jaw-dropping scenery. It's fantastic. Mountain Bike and Rules says, JoinFS is such a game changer. It is. And like, to give you that level of control, it's fantastic. It is a little bit tedious to get set up, a bit of a minefield when it comes to settings and how to download things and permissions. But once it's up and running, it is super handy. MSM says, hey bro, from Indonesia. Cool. And another very, very handy feature with JoinFS. As I said, we were flying with 7 aircraft last night, or on Saturday night, and one of them aircraft was actually on P3D. So in theory, they've now released a AI traffic helicopter for Microsoft Flight Sim. You can't fly it, but it's just the model that can load in. So technically, you could be in X-Plane or P3D in a chopper flying, and it'll appear as such in Microsoft Flight Sim. Sydney O says, I set it up earlier today, no problems. Sweet. Mountain Bike and Rule says, I love the unlimited range, no more disappearing aircraft. Absolutely. As in, like, the view, you can spot the aircraft from miles out. In saying that, there are no labels, so when you're flying information like this, it's really handy to have something like little nav map in the background, because you can kind of see who's beside you. There's no name tags. And you could say, well, that's more realistic. It is. But at the, you know, it's kind of difficult as well. So we use a second program called SimCom X, which essentially allows us to have air-to-air communications. So it's another little window that pops up, tune your radios into whatever frequency, and you can talk and try. You know, you can receive and transmit on either COM 1 or COM 2, which is really handy. Jim says, I did see all the labels in P3D. Yeah. Epic Fool says, took me a few minutes to find Colonel Fork last night. Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. It's look, it's an alternative, and once we get more people kind of working on it and using it, and everyone's comfortable using it, we might tackle a stream and see what we can do. Murph, did you say there were labels coming? There should be. Yes, there should be. It's a feature that has been asked, so we might have to see where they're going. So, if you guys got the chance, Ozflight Simmer was, well, he was looking for bears the other day. He went bear watching. And I have to say, Shane, this channel, their vocabulary exceeds us. Because someone said bear the other day, and then they went, I could barely understand you. What's your bearing? This is unbearable. I can't bear it anymore. Did you see the bears? And so on and so forth. So you got to be careful. Any word you give these guys, they're going to have multiple meanings for the same thing. Jan Morecamp says, I'm going to set up a second display for all the apps parallel to the sim. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Like when I wasn't streaming, it's super handy because you can have all these other bits and bobs running on the outside, and they're resource friendly. That memory is unbearable. It's already started. Gulf Island Aviator says, are we landing at the next airport? We are. Mountain Bike and Rule says, bear with me as I have a meeting and will join late. You'll only barely make it. It's painful. Anyway, where are we? We're 13 minutes out. Grin and bear it, says Spartan. So the group is doing quite well. So at this part of the evening, as Own 593 rambles in, you join us for another Annalisa and Jimo's cooking show. Tonight we have cooking with bears. What do we say we're making? Oh yeah, eggnog. For today's ingredients, you need 1 liter of eggnog, 2 glasses, Jay's fluid, and a Brillo pad. Step 1. Pour the eggnog into the glass. Careful now, you don't want to spill it. Step 2. Drink from the glass. Step 3. After vomiting, clean up all the eggnog and repeat step 1. This has been another cooking show brought to you by Annalisa and Jim Oates. Tune in next week. As we'll be eating bear soup. The vomiting, it's so accurate. Kendra says, I saw bare faces today because people forgot their masks. John Morecambe says, have you ever heard Mark Wahlberg pronounce Teddy Bear? It's so funny. Teddy Bear. Kat says, watch out for drop bears though. I believe they're dangerous. Chippy says, I was going to make eggnog, but none of the shops I went to sold nogs. In fact, they just stared at me like an idiot. These jokes have nothing to them. They're quite bare. Oh dear. We got 10 minutes to go. Because that wasn't painful. Who's cooking your noggin? Now, where were we at? Oh yeah. We're working on lyrics for our song. Which is this one. I hope you've all been practicing. Hang on. Yes, the dandruff is real. So for the lyrics, where did we end up? It's snowing inside the cabin, and it's amazing. So we got as far as this. We have 12 Giknas spotted, 11 fireflies fleeing, 10 kitchens building, 9 bears a bearing, 8 mods a modding, 7 cheeses cheesing, 6 logs a laying, 5 FPS, 4 pressing buttons, 3 medics called, 2 CTDs, and a Cessna in a tall tree. Red Dragon says, we could combine the bear and cheese gags to get camembert. And 5 carburetors. Anyway, moving on. Get rid of the dandruff. Peter Prepman says, is that you playing the piano, Murph? Don't act like you're not impressed. One half dub, the other half culchy. Anyway, we're doing well. We're about 10 minutes out from our next stop. Keen Lafford's song is better. Can't wait to hear it, my dude. We should have a Yule log giveaway. What are they? Are they like a dessert kind of thing? Pure Punjabi's in the house. Good to see it. Okay, so the airport elevation in this place is only 7 feet. So we're going to start descending here rapidly. So we're currently at 4,000. We're going to go down to 2,000. We can descend here on BS mode. Go down by about 500 feet per minute. Bring our speed back. Can we have a Gatto log? Oh, do you remember the Gatto log? How do we end up talking about food again? Look at the scenery here. This is very nice. Paul Fenton says, which airport are we going to land at now? So the airport code is Romeo Juliet Sierra Tango, Matsushima. Annalisa says, so this causes fights in my house, but I need to ask, pineapple Swiss roll, yay or nay? Ooh. A pineapple Swiss roll. It's almost like lemon drizzle Swiss roll. Rob says, what runway Murph? Good question. So we have 07 or 25 or 15 and 33. I reckon we're going to go for runway 15. iFixit said, now that puts me in the mood for a pint. Annalisa says, it has like a pineapple flavoured filling inside. Everyone thinks I'm gross. But hang on, whoa, let's slow the cart now. Pineapples belong in a number of things. Pizza being one of them. A can of Lilt being the other. I'm intrigued by this pineapple flavoured gatto. Is there like a neutral flavoured cream mixed in with the chocolate and the pineapple? You could be onto something here. Jan says, everything pineapple is nice. I tend to agree. Look at the fields down there. They're beautiful. I reckon it could be nice. There's no chocolate, actually. It's like cream with a standard cakey cake. That's a great way to explain it. It's just like a normal cakey cake. You know, it's a cake. Mountain Biking Rule says, be back after my meeting. Wishing you a smooth flight until I return. Then I'll bring the turbulence. Clint says, pineapple is the fruit of the gods. I'll just have some slices of grilled pineapple, please. You can't say no to pineapple on a gammon. I think it sounds okay. Keen says, how many times do I need to remind you, pineapple does not, I repeat, does not belong on a pizza. Look at the state of that scenery. Well, seriously, look at the state of it. It's fantastic. Now, airport. Look at the scenery. It's fantastic here. We overshoot the airport. No, it's ahead of us. And Murph. So what did we say we're going to do? 1.5, isn't it? Yeah, 1.5 it is. Okay, so autopilot coming off. So we'll go for the low and slow approach. John Morris is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. You can get it in Duns. Maybe try it and come back to us. Maybe I'll finally have a friend who'll share with me. Oh, it's a thing. This pineapple thing. It's an actual thing. Like you didn't cook it, like. Mrs. Two-Tone will be sent forth to get some of this majestic pineapple thing. John Morris is here. Good evening. Spectating again. I have brought cake. Nice. Scott says, that would be a pineapple cake. That's okay. Pineapple has its place, and it's wonderful on many things. Pizza is not one of those things. But don't knock it till you try it. I mean, have you actually tried pineapple pizza? And it's not like, it's just like pineapple slices on the pizza. Chopped up. Very nice. And at least I can't cook anything. It sounds nice. And it sounds like you have to like enjoy said dessert with a glass of milk. Vanya, the tasty beverage. Captain John and co-pilot Pickles, I put pineapple on my pineapple. We had a barbecue a couple of years ago. A good few years ago. We were doing a housewarmer. And my brother thought this is the best thing ever. He brought a full pineapple. I was like, dude, what's the story with the pineapple? It's a housewarming gift. It's for the barbecue. What? True story. He actually brought a pineapple. He didn't eat it. It's perfect with milk. Ooh, yes. Maybe things are SpongeBob. Yeah. SpongeBob. It was a bit of a Patrick moment, yeah. Anyway, one notch of flaps on our approach here with our face cam on for the dramatic effect as we talk about pineapple. Imagine going to a barbecue that most people like bring, I don't know, like beer or a few steaks or something. Pineapple. I got you this pineapple, it's important. Okay. So the question is, what do pineapples grow on? Trees or bushes or out of the ground? Discuss. Long landing. It's just occurred to me, I'm landing with the wind on live weather. That's okay. We're going into challenge mode. That makes it special and lovable. Treasure your pineapple, brother. Okay, we'll park by the weather sock, indicating that we're all landing on the wrong runway. Because, you know, well, immersion and all that kind of stuff. So, parking brake coming on. Music. No, wrong one. This is it. That. Hide this. Open this. And we shall inspect the landings on the runway. About there will do nicely. As Welsh Rugby makes his arrival, followed by Tigger. Nicely done. Alison says, I will be following the flight from bed. My poor eyes are so tired. We'll fly the last leg tomorrow solo. That's okay, Alison. Many thanks for joining us. And thank you for staying with us. Jack Daniels is down, followed by Piat. Alison will still be here modding. I appreciate you. Thank you so very, very much. And Miki Music is down. followed by Rad Pilot Randy. Nicely done, my dudes. Here's Johnny, going for the center line, as Rye Boy is there with him. Naughty Gnome is down. Red Dragon CYM. Not too bad, almost kinda. He's okay, he's okay. He can walk it off. There's Colonel Fork along with Negative App. That looks like a go around. Warhamster inbound, followed by Tarnish and Dunkster. Catbat and Jared Varker in. The Flyboy 1968. Prefontaine is down. Andrew Hill is here. There's Godden 77. Screenfly 1971 on the center line. Look at that. Piggy Dro, Gibbo Ireland, Kingsman 9965, and Merlin Flyer. Papa Joe B inbound. Here's Bell Bro. Cater Comet. And he's down. Chilled Corky. He's fighting the wind. Benny P is there. White as Ice is down. Fighting the wind. And he's down. Legs are probably just a blur on the rudder pedals. There's Whack-A-Mo, Epic Fool, and Talarn. UD4T is here as well. Colonel Indiana Longnuts is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. It's Fast Pete 84 makes his arrival. Ronnie Mal is here. Screenfly 71 says, thanks, Murph. More than welcome, my dude. Some very, very nice landings here this evening. As Rogers RC makes it, there's Dougal McTavish. Flaps are down. Tortuga aiming for the center line. Nicely done, my dude. Here's WB 1990. Nice. Uh-oh. Don't Sin is in the house. Gibbo Ireland is away. We'll see you soon, my dude. Sean Lego Man makes his approach. Down in front is down in front. Nicely done, my dudes. Where are we at now? There's Cherub. The approach is good. As a silence goes over the crowd. Peter Thomas says there's lots of SR-22s here. There is. Nicely done. There's more are coming. Here's Gregor. Bit of a bounce, but that's okay. Cloud Chaser's in the house. Good to see you, dude. John Mathers is away. We'll see you soon. Monkey says another brilliant stream tonight, Murph. And the mods. And Pineapple. Good night from Galway. You take care, my dude. As Coley 205. Oh, there's butter here, look. Butter. Alison Johnson is now all warm and snuggly. Moving pigeon. Look out, pigeon. Look out, pigeon. It's a go around. It's okay, you nearly got it. That's the important thing. Right, we're going to keep things lit here. Who's left coming in? We've negative app and we've red dragon. Have a quick look at you guys coming in. The approach is good. Nice. Very nice. Okay. I left you in this position. How are the frames? So. Right, okay, so we're going to jump over to our next airport, which is... it's actually the last airport. Right, okay, we better do an owl restart here. So, don't mind me for a minute. Scott says, stop the pigeon. So, we'll turn this gadget back on, with this on as well. And this one. So we'll jump over here. We're going to restart the sim as we're going to start on our final leg for this evening. We're on the ground here at Matsushima, and it's going to be a long haul down to Hyakuri, also known as Ibaraki. It's a joint public and military airport. It's a bit of a trek, this one. So we'll start up the sim here in the background and we'll get going again. So as I was saying, our second leg, as it were, of our Japanese tour. We're going to continue these every Monday. We got about there's probably another 4 weeks of flying around Japan, because we're going from the northwest all the way down to the southeast, which is the plan. Also, if you got a chance to look at VR Flight Sim Guy over on his channel, he has his hands on the alpha version of the new Spitfire coming out by Flying Iron, and it looks absolutely fantastic. And all going well, that Spitfire is going to be released early January. So we've a couple of very nice stuff nearing the completion of its development for Microsoft Flight Sim. You've all seen the CRJ. It looks absolutely amazing. But there is a Spitfire coming very, very soon. Hopefully we can get our hands on one for the channel. It is VR Flight Sim Guy. And he's big into the VR, naturally, by the name of the channel. Lovely guy, really nice channel. So be sure to check it out. John E says the Spitfire sounds like a definite buy. It will be. Kingsman says the Cree is good. It looks mad, but it looks really nice. Amika says, where are we flying now? So we're going to take off from RJST and we're going to go down to RJAH. That is our plan. So VR Flight Sim Guide, do check out his channel. And if you go to any of his live streams, tell him where you came from. I love seeing this. It's like ego mode. Murphy's head is expanding. Blue Games has a poll, not a poll, just a question up on his community on YouTube. And he's asking the question, who are your favourite streamers? And, you know, the regulars, Ozflight Simmer and, you know, Jeff Faviano and the usual suspects get the mention. But Little Down Murph gets a mention as well. I was just like, someone likes me. And then someone else likes the thing as well. It's the little things. It's the little victories in life. That's what I go for. Now, we wanted music playing in the background. Asher, we'll go with maybe something like Asher almost. Couldn't we go with... Oh, this? Hang on. Go with this one. As we plan the final leg for this evening. RJST. Matsushima. Zoom to details. I imagine we're going to stay on the live weather. What runway did we just go for? Was it 3-3, was it? Johnny says at least 4,350 people like you. You'll be up there with those lads soon. Ah, well, shucks. What runway did we go for at that time? Was it 2.5? Yeah, I think it was 2.5. Departure. Right, so we're heading down to RJAH. RJAH? Hyakuri. Mercury. Gizmo says, because you're a nice guy, my friend. Well, many thanks, my dude. So it's a 51-minute flight, this one. We're going to give it socks. And if we're going to set everything to live time and live weather, let's see what happens here, shall we? Scott Voigt says, we need 8 more likes to hit 100. Get on it, folks. Did you see, what's her name? Her name has escaped me. Pilot Emily, that's the one. She got 100,000 subscribers on her last stream. As poor old Murph is looking there going, it's so beautiful. 100,000. Fantastic. And it was her birthday as well, I believe. Should we see a nice sunset time for the looks? You're one, yeah. Welsh Rugby says, more wine, please. WB says, you deserve the recognition, Murph. You kept us sane over the last few months. That's the good thing about Murphy. Because whatever issues you think you have, you just need to look at me and go, no, that guy totally has more issues than us. Johnny says, well, she's a little cuter. Hang on. If I had long hair now, I'd do the whole, are you sure? Yeah, okay, I'll take it. Oh, the pain, the pain. Six Knot says, Murph, do you remember when the whole of Ireland tried to win UK Sportsperson of the Year by voting for a GAA player? We could do that for you in the poll. Get yourself a dark, long wig, you'll be sorted. Absolutely. Now, what are we looking at? Up here. So we're going to get our machine started, as was our want. And we have sounds. Steve A is in the house. Good to see it. Good to see you, my dude. Steve A says, should be runway 15 for the wind. Probably. Colonel Indiana Longnut says, give us some blue steel. Well, yeah, something like that. We're here to give Mrs. Two-Tone ideas, says Colonel Fork. Oh, dear. Anyway. So this be it the final leg of our journey for this evening, as we turn on our avionics. CDI over to FMS. PFD for wind information, please. Yes, yes. And our transponder, we're not on a network, we're just flying with all of us crazy people. And I think we're good. Are we good to go? So what we were saying, runway 15. So it's a bit of a trek, so we'll ramble down. Warhamster says, aye, but it's a nice haircut. Absolutely. I wonder why she got so many. Okie doke, we'll leave it there. So, what else did I have? Oh, hang on. We're slipping up badly here with the authentic music, aren't we? As we're trying to taxi. Which one was it now? Is the question. No, it was super cool to see. It was her birthday, and yet she got the she got the 100,000. It's fantastic. No, that's not the right one. Don't mind me. Where are you lot going? You need to take off into the wind, not behind the wind. It's over this way. Captain Sickbag says, good evening, Murph. Good evening, Fireflies. Just popping in for a few minutes while my eyelids stay open. So many aircraft racing up to runway 25. So you know the way we did the race on water back in Vietnam with the scenery that Jeffson did? Well, I reckon we'll have to do another race at the end of the Japan route. Is it this one? And the plan will have to be a taxi race on the ground. And you're not allowed to take off. And it'll be in something like the Blériot or something. Something impossible. Oh wait, we're taking off on the same crazy runway? Into the wind? Okay. So, 1 notch of flaps. I'm going to go ahead and set runway heading. Altitude needs to come up here a little bit. Let me see. We're going to go for 4,000 feet. And we're good to go. So, power coming in. Airspeed is alive. Here's 7. Positive rate of climb and indicated. Are we digging the tunage? Autopilot on. I dig the tunes, but I don't have a shovel. So we're back with the Fireflies as we're taking off. Mark is in the house. Good to see you, dude. As we're climbing here, gonna turn left over to 180 degrees. Bloxon Boy says, it was a successful takeoff. Indeed. Mark says, I will join you one evening soon. Looking forward to it, my dude. You join us here with the Fireflies as we make our way from Matsushima down to Hyakuri. As we continue our epic tour of Japan. Warhamster is digging the tunage. Nick is in the house. Good to see you, dude. So at this stage, we're going to jump over to nav mode as we follow this magenta line. We continue our climb up to 4,000. We do have some clouds ahead. It does look mighty pretty. Yorkshire Pud is in the house. Where on earth did you say have a curry? It's over at Hyakuri. Grey Hawk is here in the house. Good to see you, my dude. He says, I may have missed the earlier comments, but this area was hit by the 2011 tsunami. That is correct. I saw photographs of Matsushima Airport and it showed a number of damaged aircraft from the tsunami. scenery here is absolutely beautiful, and we have the fireflies with us as well. Duga says my live weather is clear. Sendai Airport just ahead was completely underwater. Mark says, my boy loves Japan so much, he started to teach himself Japanese. Awesome. Kendra is away. We'll see you on the next one. You have a great day tomorrow and take care. Many thanks for joining us. We're pretty much on rental power here. We got a 43-minute flight. Mark said he's 13 years old and he's learning Japanese. That's fantastic. We'll keep an eye on the weather radar as well. We have a bit of activity ahead. Outside air temperature is -5. Go ahead and turn on our ice protection. Ruben says, did I just take off and forget to refuel? Eek. Now, speaking of which, keep an eye on our fuel down here. Left tank and right tank, we've got about half a tank in both. So don't forget, during this flight, if you're in the SR-22, you got to swap these guys over. 4,000 feet, we're under the cloud layer. Pretty much on rental mode here. We have a 23 knot crosswind. Mark says he also started German this year. Languages seem to be his thing. Sweet. Epic formation flying once again by the Fireflies. Don't forget, guys, if you're new here, we live stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Amika says, is the music sounding wonky or is it only me? I don't know. Warhamster got back in late there, now in the MB339. Any word on the F-15? Soon. Now, I'm unsure are they going to push it out until kind of the first week in January, but it's on the way. Luca McTavish says, join the Simwings Santa Express VFR group flight on Saturday, the 19th of December. See details and info and registration over at the simwingsupport.org. check it out. YouTube Travelers in the house. Good to see you. So guys, make sure you do check out Simwings. Dougal McTavish is with us in the chat here this evening. They do fantastic things. We did a stream for them not so long ago, and we raised some very, very good amounts of money. These guys are able to provide flight sim hardware by PCs for those less fortunate of us. Mika says, it's like it's changing pitch. Your voice sounds mint though. Ooh. Interesting. Captain Sickback says, okay, good night Murph and all. Eyelids are closed for business for the day. I'm not sleeping, I'm just checking my eyelids for holes. So the weather is looking better here. 38 minutes to go. So on Saturday the 19th, guys, be sure to tune in and keep your eyes on the Simwings notifications. Matsushima J is in the house. Good to see you.
Hey, good morning.
Killer 10 has just subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. Keane says, Murph, it's official. Your song is finally finished. Yes, you should be worried. Oh, dear. Ah, Bombasso's in the house. He says, Simwings for the win. Hey, Murph. Hope you're having a great day. You too, my dude. Great to see you. Happy Monday to you. So there will be the group flight extraordinaire will be happening on Saturday the 19th. Best of luck with that, my guys. I hope you enjoy it. Murph is probably more than likely 99.9% certain I'm going to be working. But if I'm not, I will definitely stop by and show some support. Because it's a fantastic setup. So, sitrep. Currently at 4,000 feet, 168 indicated, giving us 176 over the ground. We're some 36 minutes out from our destination. We have some mountains and stuff coming up on our horizon. Should make things a little bit bumpy. As you join us with the Fireflies, as we're making our way across Japan. So who do we have? We can see Epic Fool, Bellbro, Colonel Fork. Liam is there as well. Piat. We have Frozen just beneath us. Andrew Hill. Here's Johnny. Welsh Rugby. Down in front, Kingsman. And the list goes on. So pilots, for everyone else watching at home, how about a wing wave? Very nice. Dr. Pud says the wait for this on Xbox is like the wait all you PC guys had before release. I can imagine. Just perfect renovations in the house. He says, when did this come out for Xbox? Does anybody know? No news as of yet, my dude. They said they're going to release it in line with DirectX 12. Peter Fastbeat 84 is away. We'll see you soon, my dude. Many thanks for coming in. Look at the state of the view, though. It's fantastic, isn't it? Ruben says, this is such great fun. It really is. Look at the scenery here, though. It's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. Uh-oh. And scene. Tortuga Gaming with the meter. Colonel Fork says that's the longitude. That's okay, dude. Many, many thanks. Wind at RJAH is 2 to 7 degrees, 3 knots, variable from 207 to 307. Interesting. Jasper is away. We'll see you soon, my dude. Warhamster, I'd love to, but I'm afraid of pushing buttons. We're doing so well. We're doing a few. But I say it does look insanely epic with the sun over there. Look at the countryside out there, look. Just Perfect Renovation says, what airport are you heading to now? We're heading over to Hyakuri. It's RJAH. Romeo Juliet Alpha Hotel. We're about 30 minutes out. Annalisa says, now Warhamster, don't be tempting him with the buttons. I'm tempted. Don't touch it, Murph. I won't. I can't help it. It's so beautiful. Wally Miles says, the scenery is amazing. It really is. Breathtaking scenery. The river over here. So we're going to pick up a few bumps as we're flying along. And if you focus kind of dead ahead, we do have low-level clouds. So we will need to be careful as we transit the area. Once them clouds kind of stay there, the wind is blowing from left or from right to left. So hopefully they're just going to blow out of our way. And by doing so, it means we can kind of meander up this little area here. If you zoom out, you can see there's another bit of a cell appearing over here. Let's see how we go. Our current speed, by the time we're going through the orangey bits, they should be just on their way out. Rob says, what speed are you doing? We're just in around 165 knots at the moment. Epic Fool found a dam. Look at that. Ruben says, I wonder what happens if I click on the eject master button. Whoop. Amika says, I just watched back on YouTube at the takeoff. It shows that I'm flying in an Airbus. I'm actually in the Citation. Have you encountered that before? So, just as a caveat, I'm using the generic models. There's the dam. Oh, look at that, it's a dam. It's damn fine. With the generic models, it'll load you into just anything, so it doesn't have to think about it. It saves me FPS and also a couple of issues. Beautiful. I kind of knew that was going to happen. Oh dear. Okay, keep it pleasant. No more talk of that dam. Chronofork says, for some strange reason, the generic model they picked for the Longitude is an Airbus, which makes no sense. I agree. Look at the bouncy we have going on here. I want to keep an eye on these cells. There's a bit of cloud moving away to our left. Watch your speed there, Murph. Current time in the sim is 07:33. Yorkshire Road says, precipitation ahead. Try saying that after 7 or 8 Guinnesses. Precipitation. Guitar Freak 3422 is in the house. He says, woo, I caught a stream. Hi from Australia again, Murph. Hello, my dude. Happy Tuesday to you. Hope you're keeping very, very well. So we're a little lucky. Kind of edging our way between the clouds. Doesn't it look pretty? I'm not as think as you drunk I am. What seems to be the officer problem? That's fantastic. Or the other one. I broke fat out. Huh? Yeah, just there a few minutes ago in the nightclub. I broke fat out. It made no sense. The weather here is just epic. Did you say epic? Now, where were we? Some music. So update, we're some 24 minutes out from our destination. Indicated speed of 161 knots at an altitude of 4,000 feet, giving us 171 over the ground. Corner Fork says, I'm comparing your live weather to Rex at the moment. It's science. East Birds Lee is in the house. He says, barrel roll. I'd love to, but I'd spill my drink. And I really don't want to spill my drink. But thanks for playing. Simultaneous barrel rolls. Liam Mogg says, I'm not drunk. I'm just tired from being up all night. Drinking. Surely you can't be serious. I'm always serious, and don't call me Shirley. Outside air temperature is reading 0 degrees. We're not too bad. According to our weather radar, we've 1 or 2 small cells along the way, but for the most part, I think we're going to be okay. So if we're looking kind of in the next 35 nautical miles, I think the airport is somewhere around here. We're just over halfway there. Many thanks, Kevin Brandt, for subscribing, my dude. Happy Monday to you. The dam could be the one at the Okita River in Murahara, namely the Futaban Gun. Interesting. Many thanks for the info, Ruben. So there's 2 other YouTuber, streamer, Twitch peoples to check out. As I said, VR Flight Sim Guy, do check it out, or do check out the Flying Fabio. And of course, our resident content creators in the house. We have Oz Flight Simmer here. We have Colonel Fork 85. Lukester 911 is here. Jim Oates is floating about somewhere. Jim put up a great video of Train Sim the other day. Absolute chill watching that stream. Davin Crawford is in the house. Great to see you, Davin. I hope you're keeping very well, my dude. Happy Monday. Colonel Fork says, I still believe Rex weather does look better. It's more accurate than the default live weather. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, like, for me, when I use Rex, it either works amazingly or not good at all. It's somewhere kind of, it's either one extreme or the other. You know, when it comes to kind of Europe weather, the sim does a relatively good job at depicting it. Particularly in Ireland, like they tend to get a bang on the money. Eurovision Song Contest Lover 2003 has returned. Hey, came back to see if you're still streaming? I see you are. Well, welcome back, my dude. We're nearing our final destination for this evening. We're only about 20 minutes out at this stage. We're monitoring the weather as we fly. But I think we're okay. And we're still with this bunch of peoples. Very nice. They're just showing off now. I wonder are they both in the MB339s? Uh-oh. The universal sound when you do a maneuver like that in a flight sim. Uh-oh. Colonel Fork says the MB339 do look like biz jets in the generic mod. Yeah, or the generic mode. They do. Attracting the jet set, Murph. East Birds Lee says, barrel roll! No one will notice your coffee spots. I wish. If only that were true. And if only we were drinking coffee. Scenery is gardens. Mrs. Two-Tone would find them. Yes, she would. Absolutely. There's Warhamster and HCBR. You guys got to do a barrel roll. Keep the audience easy. We got to jump back into that MB339 soon. Dude is even called Jack Daniels. Don't act like you're not impressed. We're doing pretty alright. Guitar Freak says, is it a nice night in the Emerald Isle tonight? It's quite cold, my dude. We have 0 degree. Well, it's probably freezing now. It's -1 or -2 degrees Celsius. Winter is coming. Winter has arrived. But it is, you know, it's nice. It's dry. What's it like in the land of Oz? Buddy of mine is living over in the Gold Coast. He had a barbecue today. I wished him nothing but good health. Tarfreak says it's a bit cold here too, actually, but I like the cold. How cold? I think like there's parts of Australia that get like proper cold, but I think you're talking maybe, I don't know, 10 or 11 degrees. Mark says the weather is awful in Stoke. What's the weather like? To the chat, wherever you're located, what's the weather doing, guys? Let me know. Eurovision Son Contest Lover says, what's your favourite places you've flown over in Flight Sim? Japan has been good. I love the USA. I'm going to be biased and say I absolutely love Ireland. The UK was stunning. Egypt was really nice. Greece was fantastic when we flew there. France has done really, really well. Germany was fantastic. I've yet to find anywhere that I haven't liked. There are parts of kind of, you know, the Northwest Territories in Canada, and, you know, 1 or 2 places around Norway. They're not kind of fully there yet, but they're still nice. Amika says Sweden is 7 degrees. Ooh. Holy Mal says cold in Adelaide at 15. Really? Just Perfect Renovation says, what's your altitude, Murph? We're at 4,000 feet, my dude. Holy Mal says it'll be 33 on Friday. Nice. Johnny says it's cold and rainy. It's summer in Australia right now. It is. It's gorgeous in San Jose, says Gregor. Sweet. Captain John and Co-Pilot Pickle says cold, overcast but dry. Andrew Hill says 6 Celsius and rain here in Norway. Ian Effort says my bedroom is bone dry. Scott says North Texas 16 degrees right now, clear and beautiful with a setting sun. Amazing. Rob says Cape Town is awesome. Wayne Prefontaine says 0 and cloudy. Catbad a nice 14 degrees more or less. Nice, dude. Very cold and ice, says Welsh Rugby. Cold and wet 16 degrees in Bangor. It's cold and raining in Liverpool. Maurice says -2 degrees, 4 inches of snow in New Brunswick. Fantastic. Naughty Gnome is away. Many thanks, my dude. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for stopping by. Do take care. Merlin Fire says it's cold in London, 2 degrees. And WB says it's Baltic in Wicklow. Alison says totally awful. Overnight and tomorrow is going to be very, very windy and wet in Newcastle upon Tyne. Oh dear. Eastbirds Lee says, is the Q&H similar on the Microsoft ATC information and the live meter? It should be. They would claim that it is, but it could be out by an hour, but it's usually fairly good. 13 degrees in Victoria, says Guitar Freak. Not too bad. Paul Fountain says, just checked, it's dark in Grimsby. Mountain Biker News says 73 degrees and sunny, a little bit of haze just outside of Los Angeles. 3 degrees before wind chill. Ooh. That says 2 degrees in Delft in the Netherlands. Bob says, is there a way to reset the sim rate after speeding up? Ooh. Not sure. Clint says it's raining in Oslo. Catbat found another dam. It's freezing in Dougal McTavish's front room. Cloudy in Anaheim, California, 70 degrees. So it's just perfect renovation. Colonel Fork, local meter is winds are calm, visibility is good, scattered clouds. -1 to -8. Ooh. You win. Is there snow on the ground, Colonel Fork? Okay, we got some clouds ahead of us. We might have to adjust our altitude, drop by 1,000 feet. No snow yet. Interesting. Stuttgart EDS is 2 degrees. Wind is okay. Alison says, thought I must say it's toasty under the duvet. Nice. Steve A says, -4 when I left work in Derbyshire this evening. Ooh. Annalisa says, I'm wearing 2 pairs of fluffy socks. 0 degrees outside. Ooh. Yorkshire Pud says, Jack Frost out in West Yorkshire. That does sound chilly. Scott says, put another log on the fire, Annalisa. So we're 10 minutes out. Go for a bit more traditional music. Fluffy socks for the win, Annalisa. Once again, a big shout out and thanks to all the Fireflies for the epic flying tonight. Time for a shameless plug. So guys, if you're new here, we live stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 8 PM Zulu, right here on YouTube and on Twitch. If you do like this content, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Feel free to follow and subscribe to the channel. And for more, do ramble over to our Discord. The link has just gone up in the chat there now. Gooey Ectoplasm is in the house. Hello, sir. I'm new to this. I have Flight Sim set up and running. How do I join? Okay, on the main menu. Once you find all of us, make sure you're on the North Europe server. Make sure you have no custom liveries, no airliners. Be sure to make your multiplayer options to all players. Turn your AI traffic off. And hit fly now. G Slayer's in the house. Great to see you, my dude. Happy Monday. RC Cosplay says Japan was last month. Now it's USA time. I see what you did there. Yes, we didn't check out Japan when it was first released, only because the servers were very busy. So we're going to Japan now, but we've been in the States as well. We're doing a tour from the northwest of Japan all the way down to the southeast. Tortuga says, little nav map says runway 03 is best for landing. So the airport we're going to fly to, it's called Hyakuri or Ibaraki. Ibaraki, there we go. It's a mixed public and military airport originally developed by the Imperial Japanese Navy. 1937, the land was claimed from the local farmers, and unlike many other Japanese military bases, it did not become a US base during the occupation. After the war, the locals reclaimed it back and they resumed their farming. Do you remember the story I told you about a week or two ago? About the Soviet MiG that defected? Well, the airport we're flying to, as we descend out of the clouds, the airport that we're flying to is where they brought that MiG-25 that defected with Soviet pilot Viktor Belenko. It was brought here by a C-5 Galaxy under much protest from the Soviet government. It was completely disassembled before being returned. The airport itself today, it handles some 600,000 passengers a year, including a charter to Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City with an airline called Bamboo Airlines. Captain Jack Daniel says, let's do the Virgin Islands sometime. 100%. We've got to check out Trinidad and Tobago as well. Keen Lafford says, I shall be off. I don't want to make my English teacher angry. Great stream, Murph. Safe flight. Keen, you rest well, my dude. Many thanks for joining us as always. I'll hopefully see you really soon. Into the clouds we go.
Hey, good morning.
Gooey Ectoplasm is now following. Many thanks. It's an amazing name. Awful lot of red indeed, so we can probably drop it another 1,000 feet because we want to stay out of this because we're at only 1 degree, but so we'll descend down to 2,000 feet. Cara says, how many times have you been to Australia, if any, or even New Zealand? So we went up to the Gold Coast in Australia. We checked out Sydney, up to the Gold Coast, and in New Zealand we were only in Southland, which was a lot of fun. Now I'm thinking we're just going to fly straight in because we're going to have a very nice crosswind. We're missing some very lovely ground scenery. Looks epic. Look at that. What's the landing speed? Depends on your aircraft. This thing, we're good anywhere between kind of 80 and 65. Cara's currently in Victoria right now. It's beautiful. Nice. So it looks like we're going to go for 2-1 right. Mark says, as Tony the Tiger would say, that's great. So 2-1 right is going to be the runway of choice. It's going to give us a nice crosswind. So, let's get ourselves set up here for our arrival. So we're going to go to heading mode. 2,000 feet. Speed is okay for the minute. Yorkshire Pud says, I love it when the airports are so visible from far out. I know, it's so handy, isn't it? So we're going for the right-hand side, which is 2-1 right. There's Mountain Biking Rules. He's joined the house. Good to see you, dude. Eastbird says, are you on VF4 with direct GPS? Correct. So at this stage, we're going to turn the autopilot off. We got our face cam on for the dramatic effect as we're going to try and land this machine here. And once we're on the ground, we'll get the camera back on you guys. And we'll keep an eye on you for your landing. So 3 or 4 knot crosswind. Morehamster says, my live weather is banjaxed. What do you have for wind? We have 140 at, well, 145 variable at 3 knots. More people need to come over to the dark side, to Twitch. Welcome to the dark side. There are advantages to streaming just to Twitch. As I said, I was watching the Flying Fabio earlier on, and he was working on a new plugin that basically gives the chat the ability to type in a command, and that'll cause something in the aircraft to fail, which is going to be amazing. So for example, as I'm going in for a landing now, in the chat there's a command you guys could use, and you can either turn off the avionics, you can stop one of the landing gear from coming down. Oh, look at the wind here. The wind direction has completely changed as we descended. This is going to be interesting. 13 knots behind us. That's not going to be safe. So, we're going to go in a downwind here. And we're going to go back in for 03 right. New runway, 03 right. Because the wind has completely changed. It's now directly behind us at 12 knots. That just won't be pretty. So as we're flying here. Yeah, I would just abort that landing because the chat made it down, but I'd say now there's all sorts of expletives being created. Colonel Fork says, your winds are 180 from mine. Uh-oh. Does that mean I'm landing with the wind or against the wind? Guitar Freak is going to head away. Have a good one, everyone. You take care, my dude. We'll hopefully see you on the next one. Many thanks for joining us. Have a great day. Annalisa says, and I quote, fly over to the dark side, my pretties. Okay, this is going to be interesting. You're landing correct for your weather. Your Honor. That is the correct textbook answer. I like it. I'm having a hard time clicking activate in the setting approach screen in the Cirrus. The avionics are a little bit borked in the sim at the moment. As in, it's pretty much kind of visual flight rules. Like, some of the IFR flight stuff works, but not all the time. Does that mean she's going to release the flying monkeys? Does she have pointy shoes? And a pointy hat. Eastbird says, are you using rudder pedals to crab down? Yes. So, 13 knots. I'm going to land into. We should be stable enough. Dancing shoes and dancing hat. My pretties. Okay, so we're going for, what do we say? 2-1 right. You need to be careful trying to read the wind, because you have 13 or 14 knots blown against you, so you minus that off your indicated. You only have a ground speed of about 100 knots here, even though it's displaying 120. Let's see what happens, shall we? We are a little bit high, and it is super bumpy. Wind, as we get lower, it seems to be dying off a little bit. Oh, it's a crosswind. This is interesting. Nature's Child is here. What airport is this? This is Hyakuri RJAH Airport. .5% butter landing. Challenge accepted. Yeah, so for me, this is a headwind. Should be fine. So, lead off to speed here. We got plenty of runway. Keep it on the center line as best we can. There's the odd gust. Yeah, he does it. Contact on the back. Contact on the front. Is there butter in Japan? There is now. So a bit of manual braking here. And we're just going to taxi off the runway and turn ourselves around to watch you guys come in for the landing. There was butter. Okay. Bear with me now. So, park and brake needs to come on. Shukunk. Music needs to come on. Disappear me. Press this button. And let's do it all over again. There was definitely butter. Okay.
Hey, good morning.
Many thanks, Screamers, for the follow, my dude. Appreciate you. Here's Liam. Somewhere. He's vanished. They've taken him away. As Dougal McTavish makes his approach, there's Tarnish. Whack-a-Mo is there. Liam is going to give it another shot. Whack-a-Mo. Ooh, he's down. And he's okay. Cara says, couldn't even tell you landed. I'm giving it 99.8. Mountain biking rules. Nicely done, my dude. The Flyboy 1968 and Piat are inbound. Nicely done. Here's Catbat 9. Oh, look at the crosswind. And he's down. Well, bro is inbound. As Squint Warrior is going against the grain. Jack Daniels and Red Dragon are inbound. HCBR is here. Rad Pilot Randy. Nicely done, my dude. Papa Joe B is inbound, aiming for the center line. There's VBV, Squint Warrior. Is he going for a takeoff? I think he is. There's always one. Johnny says, looks like my profile hours stopped accumulating. Oh dear. There's Talarn, Merlin Flyer. It is just a sight for sore eyes, isn't it? There's Dunkster, Rogers RC, and Mickey Music is inbound. Can Squint Warrior get a pushback? Nicely done, Archer. Prefontaine is here. Kingsman 9965. Negative App is inbound. Death by Bacon. There's PG, nicely done. As Bry Boy makes his approach. There's Tortuga and Gregor. He needs more than a medic. Here's Cater Comet. Nicely done, dude. White as Ice is down. Uh-oh. Down in front is Down in Front, along with WB1990. Andrew Hill is here as well. Here's Coley 205. Beautiful landing. Right in the center line. Jared Vark is here. Cherub is inbound. There's always one. That's not the way to test the seatbelts. We don't do enough toast for all this butter. Butter! Epic Fool is down. Nice. WB 1990 is away, as Casey Allison says, toast. Captain Bombasso with his approach, very nice indeed. Squid Warrior has a better chance this time, as Sean Legoman. Very nice indeed. CDN Taz is here. Phil Borden is away. We'll see you soon, my dude. And Mika Music is away. Dougal McTavish says, these flights and streams get better and better, Murph. Well, many thanks, Dougal. It's all thanks to all our pilots here with us this evening, and for everyone in the chat. These are all freaking awesome. War Hamster with the approach. Nicely done, my dude. Red Dragon is away. See you soon. Andrew Hill is away. Many thanks for joining us. As Screenfly 1971 makes his landing. Very nice. Do be mindful of the Squint Warrior. East Birds, Lee says, I'll join next time, subscribed and ready for takeoff. Nice one, my dude. Gooey Ectoplasm says, where's the next checkpoint? That's us for this evening, my dude. As Tigger makes his landing. Kingsman is away. He says, good night all from Liverpool. Nature's Child said, any mods flying? Not sure. We'll be back flying on Wednesday night. Colonel Fort just landed. Nice, dude. I think you're on the adjacent. It's just one of those things. Anyway. Oh, what do we say to that? My thanks as always. Or else squint. Look at the Stadia. Anyway, thus concludes our flight for this evening. I want to say a big shout out and special thanks to everyone here in the chat, to all our pilots who joined in, for everyone who stopped by, who left a like, all the new subscribers and followers and members, and the list goes on. Every time you stream, you guys you never cease to amaze me. Oh wait, you always amaze me. How do we say this? You never yeah, I said it right the first time. Words and the thing happening when I speak, noises coming out of my face. Anyway, we have concluded with part 2 of our epic journey across Japan. Tune in the same time next Monday. We'll be on leg number 3. Our normal service resumes this Wednesday and also again on Friday night. Looking forward to seeing you all there again. And yeah, that's kind of pretty much it. Thank you all so very, very much. Don't forget to jump over to Discord. Look after yourselves, stay safe, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye, guys.